In this bulletin, motorbikes give abused and neglected kids a fresh start. A Fiji-based tertiary college will relocate. And centenary celebrations get underway in Papua New Guinea. This is InFocus Adventist News. Hello, I'm David Gibbons. A new initiative gives away motorbike adrenaline thrills to help abused and neglected children in New Zealand. Kickstart holds free monthly motorbike events at Rotorua for kids aged 8 to 12. Kickstart exposes children to a healthy and positive sport where they gain confidence and learn self-respect. The Kickstart team of 16 volunteers, aged between 15 to 33 years, are mostly Christians from the Tauranga Seventh-day Adventist Church. The Kickstart team is passionate about motorbikes and bringing light into the lives of children who have been through dark times. The future of the Adventist Church's college in Fiji now looks bright following the discovery of land only 15 minutes drive north of the international airport at Nadi. FULTON College, which has 200 theology, arts and business students enrolled, was established in 1940 on the eastern side of the main island. But last year, the High Court in Suva ordered that the leased property be returned to the traditional landowners. A church-appointed search committee has found and recommended a 65-hectare site located at the foot of the Subito Mountains, also known as the Sleeping Giant. And the owner has agreed to lower his price and lease the land for 99 years with automatic renewals of the lease thereafter. Roads, buses, a police station, medical clinic and post office, electricity, town water and telephone services are already available at the site. The church's mid-year meetings are expected to endorse this relocation. Donation, offering and fundraising appeals are planned. 58 children under the age of 9 have collected 3,231 tins of food for the homeless, needy and struggling families of the New South Wales Central Coast. It took 4 weeks for the Gosford Adventurer Club children to collect the food from relatives, friends and neighbours. The children gave the food to the Donaldson Street restaurant, which serves meals to homeless and underprivileged people. The Gosford Adventurer Club teaches children about the importance of service to others. Last year, they bought a rickshaw for a poor Indian family. A 97-year-old Seventh-day Adventist man stood up in the front of 300 worshippers and recalled 50 years of continuous fellowship and worship at the Landsborough Church, 80 kilometres north of Brisbane. Stan Harker held the first fellowship meetings in his own home back in 1948, but the group grew and needed a more permanent home. So in 1955 they invested £120 on a suitable block of land with a garage on it. Harker was the first elder of the church that met in the garage. The congregation built a modest church for less than £1,500 and had it opened by Sir Frank Nicklin, the Premier of Queensland, back in 1958. The Landsborough Church has since planted 5 additional churches in South Queensland. The Governor General of Papua New Guinea, Grand Chief Sir Paulus Matane, chose this Queen's birthday holiday to attend and open the new Adventist headquarters in Lae, demonstrating the high regard in which the church is held in the country. The new building is a steel, concrete and Besser block construction which is white ant proof. Thousands of people joined government, business, church and community leaders in the celebrations. A reenactment of the first Adventist missionaries to arrive in Papua New Guinea 100 years ago has been staged with wild, spear-wielding warriors, parades and music at Ella Beach, Port Moresby. The celebrations concluded a week of festivities which has included hundreds of men, women and children walking the Kokoda track to Bisia Tabu. 25,000 people turned up for a week-long camp at Baltama, transforming the landscape into a sea of blue tents and tarpaulins. Relatives of a Seventh-day Adventist missionary who was killed 100 years ago have received a confession and apology by members of the tribe that murdered him. Fijian missionary Penny Tavodi arrived in Papua New Guinea on June 13, 1908. In an emotional ceremony, the descendants of the Taburi clan expressed remorse over the killing of missionary Tavodi. It is alleged that Tavodi was on his knees praying at the time of his death. 376 people have been converted following a 3-week series of evangelistic meetings in Honiara, Solomon Islands. Pastor Gary Webster spoke to 1,000 people every night in the Cookham Seventh-day Adventist Church. But his support team had to erect 4 large projection screens outside because another 10,000 people turned up each night wanting to see the program.
Many people have been coming each night, sitting right beside me by the thousands of them.
Local pastors say that at least 200 more people are wanting to be baptised soon as well. And finally, in this week's record, the AUC President comments on World Youth Day, Avondale students research the dangers of alcohol on unborn children, and News Poll delivers results on what the public think about Seventh-day Adventists. That's the news for this week. Don't forget that the full edition of InFocus can be seen on Hope TV every Friday night and again on Saturday and Sunday. Thanks for watching. See you next week. I'm David Gibbons.